In 1889, Robert and Anne Marie Taylor set sail from Gloucester, England for America. They were young newlyweds set to make a change in their life. What drove them to board that ship? Was it the dock workers' strike shutting down Gloucester Harbor? The expansion of railroads being built throughout England? The Great Depression in England? The advancement from sail to steam that powered ships across the Atlantic? We will never know why they set sail and settled in the Pittsburgh region, but we're glad they did. They first settled on a ridge north of the city overlooking the booming town of Pittsburgh and raised dairy cattle. They would milk the cows each day, bottle the milk, and drive the horse-drawn carts down into Allegheny City to sell their milk. In 1907, the city of Pittsburgh annexed Allegheny City into its own boundaries and put a restriction on farm animals within the city limits. Seeing that the dairy business was a good business to be in, they looked for land outside the city limits and settled on land about 20 miles north in Cranberry Township. It took them 3 days to drive the cattle up Route 19 to the new farm, and they continued to sell milk in the city by shipping it in 10-gallon cans on the Harmony Short Line. The Short Line was a trolley that ran daily from the town of Newcastle to the city of Pittsburgh. The milk business continued to be profitable for Robert and his family. Joe Taylor, his third child, with his dairy experience, went to work for Cherry Burrell, a company who sold equipment to dairy producers. During that time, a new pasteurization process called HTST, high temperature short time, was introduced, and the old batch pasteurization equipment was selling for pennies on the dollar. Joe's entrepreneurial spirit kicked in, and he saw an opportunity to be his own boss. He bought an old car dealership building in Ambridge, Pennsylvania, and started bottling milk and manufacturing ice cream. After World War II, the baby boom started, as did home delivery, a big convenience for the day. He also opened 2 dairy stores in Ambridge, one at the plant and the other several blocks further down Merchant Street. He was always looking for more outlets for his products. He contracted with municipal swimming pools, county parks, state parks, and several drive-in movie theaters. Business was booming, and it gave 4 of his 6 children gainful employment. Business continued to grow, but in 1964 he passed away, leaving the business to Bob, Ruth, Joe, and Jim. Charlotte, the oldest of the 6, met Fritz and moved to Indiana to start their own business, and Carl, his youngest son, moved to California. Under the leadership of the 4 siblings, the business saw amazing growth. They started acquiring smaller dairies in the area like Funk's, Hazen, McCurley's, and more. They went on to buy out Tri-Point Ice Cream Company in Pittsburgh, the largest manufacturer in the city. They closed the secondary store and slowly got out of the park and drive-in business and acquired a franchise with a convenience store company called Stop and Go. This provided great distribution for milk and ice cream, both of which the dairy produced. The dairy continued to grow into the largest producer in the Western Pennsylvania market, serving over 45 school districts, the Catholic Diocese of Western Pennsylvania, the University of Pittsburgh, Edinburgh University, California University of Pennsylvania, Clarion University, Carnegie Mellon University, and many more. They serviced all the U.S. Army facilities in the region, including the commissary at the Oakdale headquarters. The Healthcare Council of Western Pennsylvania, many fine dining restaurants like the Lamont, Top of the Triangle, the Carlton House, and more. They made ice cream mix for Dairy Queen, Tasty Freeze, plus many independent soft-serve locations, milkshake mix for Winkies, Burger King, Arby's, and the big one, McDonald's. In fact, over the years, as the distribution network changed, they supplied milkshake mix and other dairy products to several McDonald's distribution locations in the tri-state area. The Stop and Go stores continued to expand and worked with another franchise holder in western Pennsylvania. Collectively, the chain had over 100 stores and became the most predominant name in the marketplace. In the early 1990s, things went well for a bit, but due to changes in the marketplace and costly federal regulations, the Stop and Go group sold out to the other franchisee in the region. The dairy and ice cream company, with physical limitations to its production facility, which they had outgrown, and uncooperative labor force refusing to move to a new location, was sold to another dairy in the western Pennsylvania region. Robert and Ann Taylor would have been proud of the growth and success of the business they started in the late 1800s. It lasted over a century, providing opportunity and success to many family members and others, providing the highest quality dairy products and outstanding customer service that was the hallmark of the Taylor family business.